Hey everyone! So tonight I just wanted to show you a video of me using the microwave pressure cooker. I'm going to make a cream cheese crack chicken chili. Normally you cook it in your crock pot, of course, for several hours. But I'm going to show you how to use the pressure cooker, and most meals are done in 30 minutes or less. So this is the Tupperware pressure cooker. Okay, you've got your safety lock here. So I'm going to undo this, and it pops off. You twist to open. Inside you have the gasket seal there. On top, when you pull it out, the little steam indicator is going to be sticking up, and when it falls down is when you know that it's safe to open. And then, so this is a 2 quarts. It's got a regulator valve that maintains ideal pressure for your optimal tender cooking. And like I said, this guy's has been a lifesaver, because here it is 5 o'clock at night and I'm just now deciding to use a crock pot meal. But I don't have to worry about the crock pot because I have the pressure cooker. So let's get started. Alright, so it calls for 2 pounds of chicken. I pre-did my chicken and put it in our freezer mates. Awesome. So we're going to dump this in there. Set that to the side. And when you're laying meats in here, if you have like a whole chicken breast that you're trying to cook, it's obviously easier if you have cut up meats that cook faster. But if you have whole chicken breasts, you want to lay them up on the sides and they will cook faster. So we have our chicken, we have our corn, okay, and I have chopped up some bacon. By the way, this is one of our knives, and I love our knives because they come with these cases, if I can turn it the right way, so you can store them, not be cut up with it when you go digging for your knives. So I got my bacon. Alright, and then it called for a can of beans, so I'm just going to put pinto beans in this. And it called for petite diced tomatoes. So this is where you get to see the can opener, guys. I love this can opener. I know it's $35, but it is the best can opener you'll ever own. It's got a large handle. It's for left or right-handed. Easy turn, easy to grip, and so it latches on. See how that's latched on? Just turn your handle. You'll hear a little pop in a second. Little pop. So let go of it, keep it open, and there's these little teeth right here. You want to take those and put them on the edge of the lid and squeeze and pull up. And basically, it took off the can without your lid falling in there, first of all, and there's no sharp edges. And then to release it, you just open your handle to release it. So if you don't have one of these, I highly recommend you getting one. I don't even use my electric one anymore. Alright, so we got some tomatoes. And then it called for 2 cups of chicken broth. And I didn't tell you this, but there is a max fill line. You probably won't be able to see it in this video, but there is a max fill line that you want to watch where your juices are, and how full you actually get this. You don't want to go past that line. just about took me to my line. Next, it's a tablespoon of chili powder. So throw that in there. Then we have a packet of ranch. Toss that in there. Then we're going to do a teaspoon of onion powder. We're also going to do a teaspoon of cumin. Okay. Oops. Get that out of there. And then your cream cheese. And by the way, these are our large seasoned shakers. Love these. You can open this one end to dip in. The tablespoon doesn't fit in there, so I did have to take the lid off for that one. But all the other ones below a tablespoon size will fit in there. So you snap it up, or you've got this side where you can shake it out. Love these little. Alright, so it calls for 8 ounces of cream cheese, and I'm just going to eyeball this. Looks about good. Okay, so let's get this over here and see if I can mix it up without tossing it everywhere. I am using one of our Tupperware spatulas, which are awesome. The head completely comes off, so it's easy to clean any kind of gunk that gets down in there. Most of the time, you can't remove this part, and you've got all that gunk and grime that builds up around there. It's nasty. So, I'm going to get this all mixed up, and I'm actually going to take mine out halfway through so I can stir it even more after that cream cheese gets melted and mixed in there. And when we bring this out of the microwave, you top it with some cheddar cheese to let it get nice and melted. And it doesn't look too good right now, but when it comes out, it's going to look amazing. Okay, so everything's mixed in. We're right at our max line. Now, to put the lid on, so you line it up. You have 2 arrows where you know where to line it up. You twist it, put this back in, and make sure you lock it down. That's easy. Just pushing a little thing here to open it, and to lock it down is like that. So, we're going to put this in the microwave. I'm going to start it out with 20 minutes, and then I'm going to bring it out and stir it up really good, and I'll probably add my cheese at that point, and then I'll cook it for another 10 minutes. And we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes, and I just pulled it out. I wanted you to hear, do you hear that pressure releasing out of there? And it's releasing out of this little valve here. And over here, I don't know if you can tell, but the yellow indicator is raised up. So I'm going to wait, I think it usually takes about 5 minutes. Wait for all that pressure to be released, and when this falls down, it's safe to open. And then I'll stir it up and see what's inside. Okay, so that was about 5 minutes, and as you can see, the indicator valve fell down, so it's now safe to open. The top of your lid and obviously around the bowl is very hot. The handles, though, that they put on here, those actually just get a little warm, so it's not hot to hold. So you're going to push this in. This unlocks it. We're going to twist it. Obviously, open away from your face because it is going to be steaming. Whew. My kitchen was already smelling good, but man, This is awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this up. And the recipe actually called for you to shred your chicken, but I already had some diced chicken, so I'm just going to leave mine diced. But if you want to make this, I would just cut my chicken breast into bigger chunks, lay them around the side, and when it's halfway through cooking, you just pull them out, shred them up, and then put it back in there to melt with the cheese. But this looks so much better. Don't know if you can see that very well, but oh man. The chicken looks like it's done. Let's see. Let me get some, test that chicken. So, get a big chunk somewhere. Alright, so, oh yeah, it's just shredding apart. So, yep, chicken is done. That was only 20 minutes in the crock pot. I am going to put it in for probably just another 5 minutes to get my cheese incorporated in it. But yeah, normally this would have taken me 4 to 6 hours in the crock pot. So it only called for a cup of cheese. But, I'll do about a cup and a half. Gotta have a little extra cheese. Alright, so I'm going to put the lid back on. I'm going to pop it back in there for about 5 minutes, maybe not even that long. And then I will show you the finished product. Pop it down. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just pulled it out. I only put it in there for like 3 minutes. Just wanted to get the cheese good and incorporated and melted in there. We'll see how this came out. Whoop. Okay, so, don't know if you can see that in there. Give it a good stir. Oh yes. Too bad there's not like some kind of smell-o-vision so you can smell it while it's cooking. So, I'm going to dish a little bit up so you can see what it looks like. Like I said, the recipe said that you could shred the chicken. Diced chicken looks fine to me. I just diced it up in there. And then, if you want, so I got my module mates here. That's what I store all my snacks in. Keeps them fresh a lot longer. These chips have been in here for, I hate to say it, but they've probably been in here almost a month. And you hear that? They're still crunchy. So, throw you some tortilla chips on there. You can dip it around. And close this back up. So start at the edges, go around the sides. Did you hear that? Now, to always remember to burp your containers. You couldn't hear it because the chips made a noise. Did you hear that? Burp that air out of there so it stays fresher longer, guys. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you try the recipe.